Hello out there in YouTube land. I'm here with another One Puff review. This is part of my series in which I try a pipe tobacco that I've simply never tried before and give my very first impressions about it. Up today is a heavily stickered tin of C&D's After Hours, which I think is a pretty popular blend. I've certainly heard about it a few times, uh, but I've just, for whatever reason, I've never tried it. I must say that the tin is very what's the word? Convex. It's like it feels like it's bursting apart um, with tobacco just trying to get out of it. It has all kinds of Korean. You can't see it. All kinds of Korean stickers on it, but fortunately the tin description is not covered, which is not always the case. Simply elegant. Okay, a night out wasn't complete without a trip to the private club. I don't know why they put scare quotes on that. For a Cuba Libre or two. Round out your evening or any other time of day with this Virginia flake, sweetened with the caramel and exotic spiced elixir of the island's dark rum. So I think now this has been on my shelf for a while. There's a sticker on here that places it almost 5 years old. It's from 2015. Um, it's 2 months shy of its fifth birthday. And although I like some rum, like Navy Flakes, especially Sextant and Navigator, I think I may have been a little bit. I think if I don't read this carefully, I think, oh, it has caramel and rum. I thought, oh, that's going to be too aromatic for me. Um, but as I reread it again, I think it's saying that the dark rum is the caramel. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to find out. This is going in a pipe I've had for quite a long time. It's an Ascorti. It does have the year on it. It's a Ascorti Special Edition Christmas from 1989, and that's when I would have. I think this was a gift actually. I think this one was not 100% sure. It's been a long time, obviously. I think this one was a gift from my parents. I think they went to Tinderbox and picked this up for me. Might be wrong, but I do remember having this when it was new. Um, so 89. Now, given the proximity of Christmas to the new year, it's possible that I bought it in 1990, but my memory says no. My memory is saying no, this was an 89 pipe. Okay, so I've cleaned it up a little bit from my. I haven't used this pipe in a long time, actually. It's a pipe I used to smoke quite often, and there's no particular reason why I don't anymore. I think just get kind of pushed aside by other pipes. Um, it's a nice one, isn't it? Got the new deer finish, little gold band here that really needs to be buffed up. But okay, so given the convex state of the tin, I expect a nice whoosh, and I'm going to open it right by the microphone. I get turned on too easily. I shouldn't say turned on. I get excited by that a little too easily. But that was a nice whoosh. That was a whoosh to be remembered. Very Virginia-y. Actually, on that very brief. Okay. Can't get hold of the paper. There you go. Okay, it is in. It is pretty flaky, although not pretty moist too, and it crumbles pretty easily. I'm not getting any rum. I'm getting Virginias. Although, as I said, I think in the recent video, Virginias tend to dominate when you first open a tin. And I think when I come back and I smoke this one tomorrow or so, I think some of that Virginia-ness will have dissipated. Yeah, I'm getting Virginia, and I'm getting something. I'm getting some kind of spice, which does it just say? Okay, so the tin description mentions Virginia flake and it mentions dark rum and nothing else. I'm getting undertones of something, which is probably the rum, but if I didn't say rum, I wouldn't be thinking rum. So right now it's just coming off as a Virginia flake, a strong Virginia flake. But as I said, I think that one will dissipate. Now I need to prepare this a bit, and I'm not sitting there. The camera's between me and a table, so I'm just gonna kind of crumble it up a little bit. It seems a little too moist to try to put a whole flake in. So I do want to crumble this up a bit. I'm using the lid as an ad hoc table. Okay, that might be enough. I usually overestimate. And then we fill it up. I was tempted to use, I have a Caminetto that I use exclusively for, is it Sextant or Navigator? The one that has Vatakia in it. Yeah, that was pretty perfect actually. Just a little, few small pieces left, perfectly proportioned. Kind of getting the same fresh tin Virginia on pre-light. Charring light, let's go. Okay. Not quite, don't have quite much to say on that. I mean, if I didn't know what I was smoking here at all, I would be like, okay, I'm getting Virginias, but coming across kind of weak. And I'm sure that's not a reflection of the pipe tobacco, that's a reflection on charring light, I think. Okay, I'm getting more of the rum now. But again, I'm not sure I would be saying, "Oh, that's rum," if I didn't know it ahead of time. Yeah, I'm kind of just getting Virginia flake with some complex depth to it. Possibly the wrong pipe. And there we go. The Virginia's. It's coming off as a pretty good Virginia flake. The rum is much more of a background player than I expected it would be. That could change as the pipe progresses and as I get accustomed to it. See, I think I'm getting more of the rum now. Hmm. So I should be saying something, but don't have a whole lot to say here. We're definitely it's more Virginia flake than it is rum. The rum is there, considerably less obvious than in say sextant. So would this fit the description of a navy flake? The marketing sure doesn't go there. It's actually not bad. I'm not blown away by it. It's enjoyable. I'll have no problem finishing the tin. Definitely want to try it in some other pipes. I don't know why I do that when the temperature's right here. It's pretty high. It's on low. Yeah, it does seem to kind of alternate between we're smoking Virginias now and there's some rum in here now. All right, so let me just try to clear my mind of tin descriptions. I think, okay, so for getting the description, I think I would kind of want to have a little bit more of a flavorful taste. I don't mean rum, I don't mean Virginia, I just mean an overall flavor profile. I wish there was just a little bit more happening in here. That could be the pipe. It might just be a mismatch. That said, I think it's kind of kicking in a little bit more now. The flavor, the overall flavor. But it's hard to put a name on anything here other than Virginia. This pipe has not been dedicated to anything ever in all these years, which means it's probably been used mostly for, I would say, based on when I bought this and the era in which I smoked it most heavily, it was probably used for Dunhills more than anything else. 965 and London mixture and nightcap. Yeah, I usually prefer to, I mean, in principle, I prefer to make shorter videos that you can watch, like less than 10 minutes. But I think with this series, it usually takes longer, except for some like really strong flavored tobaccos. I think sometimes it just takes a while to get the sense of, it takes longer than 5 minutes. I mean, plus the tin description, reading and opening the tin and everything and preparing the pipe. It takes longer than that to actually get the full effect of the tobacco. I'm not sure why that is. Is it psychological that I'm adjusting from preconceptions from the tin description to what I'm actually tasting, or is it the tobacco is changing? Now I know that as the smoke passes through the unsmoked tobacco, of course the flavor is going to change, but I don't think we're there yet. Okay, it's a good blend. It's just it's a good flake. Just milder than I would have expected in every sense, not just in the rum sense, but in the overall flavor profile sense. It's like in the best puffs, I'm just getting Virginia Flake. Good Virginia Flake, but it's almost like I have to concentrate to get it. Again, could be the pipe. Okay, it's enjoyable. I just don't have very much to say about it. It's nice. I just expected more of a flavor punch, and I'm finding it to be milder than I like. This would probably be a good tobacco to smoke when you're working on something else and you don't need to be focused so much on the flavor. And yeah, I'm still it's like sometimes I'm getting Virginia and sometimes I'm getting rum and they're just not it's just not melding for me. Now that could be I'm trying too hard to say something about it. They're both good. They're just it's the alternation that's having a little trouble with. But this is a blend that I could easily forget what I'm smoking if I'm working, if I'm writing a paper or something and I'm smoking this, I could easily forget what I'm smoking because of its mildness in the flavor department. Okay, well, by no means bad. Maybe something that some of you may like more than I do. I'm looking forward to trying it in other pipes and see how this works. But for right now, I'm going to conclude here. Um, yeah, I'm enjoying the pipe enough. Hope you're enjoying yours. Take care.